Hello everyone, my name is Jordan Bomos. I really am not a fan of talking about myself, but I'm going to at least try to give you 4 minutes of information about me. My birthday was December 5th, 1989. I grew up in Chicago, was born in Chicago. I lived there for 22 years until I moved out here to Michigan. The high school I went to was called Winnetka Community High School. It's actually in the middle of pretty much a cornfield. In high school, I was a triathlete. I played football, basketball, and ran track. My favorite of those three was football, in which I played wide receiver and I did special teams, punt returning and kick returning. We moved to Michigan. I moved to Michigan with my fiance because her work was out here. Her dad owns a practice in Canton, Michigan, and this is where she grew up. I met her while I was working for National University of Health Sciences, which is a university for students to get their doctorate in chiropractic. I was working there as a maintenance technician. I was doing handyman type of stuff. Students would move out of their dorms and I'd have to pretty much flip the apartment for new students to move in, or I would remodel classrooms. My siblings there's 5 of us. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. Their names are Jaina and Isis. Those are my sisters. And my 2 brothers are Isaac and Vince. I am the oldest out of everybody. Isaac, Vince, and Isis all live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and my sister Jaina lives in Chicago still. Currently, I work for Supreme Detailing in Canton, Michigan, and as the name suggests, it's detailing cars, but we also do other things like window tinting, remote starts, and a few other things. I just started there about a month or 2 ago. Before that, I was doing roofing, but I stopped doing that because there was no work in the winter. As I said in my previous video, I'm in the criminal justice program with the police academy. I chose this program because I've always wanted to be a cop, and majority of my family is law enforcement, from my dad to my grandfather, a couple of cousins, and I think 3 of my uncles and 1 of my aunt. So that's why I chose this program. After I graduate, my hopes is to start in Detroit or as a state trooper and go from there. As I mentioned previously, I have 4 dogs. One is a Cane Corso, also known as the Italian Mastiff. Another one is a Boerboel, and that's known as a South African Mastiff. A Mutt, who is a mix between Pit Bull, Shar-Pei, and Shepherd, and then a Chihuahua. So it's a very mixed from very large to very small. As of now, we have no children, but we really don't have time for children with how many animals we have. It's a miniature zoo here. In my spare time, I don't generally do much because I work a lot. I do side jobs as well. But in my spare time, I do like to sleep and watch TV. Some of my favorite shows would be Archer, Sleepy Hollow, and Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So I like comedy for the most part, and some action thrillers. My favorite foods would be steak burritos and Chicago-style deep dish. And recently, we just started gardening. I built a garden, planted a garden and built a fence around it. So we just started getting into that, and yeah, that's a little bit about me.